Hello and welcome to all NEET aspirants. I, Sashi Prabha, your guide and academic head at Akash Digital, open up to this super interesting webinar of NEETology. Identify improvement areas and target your goal. I'm sure to connect you to the fundamentals and relevance of identifying your improvement areas. Let's strategize and target right away on your goal. I know all of you want to become better and better in your performance in NEET. Today, we are here to guide you and take you one more step ahead towards your goal. We are joined today by fantastic panelists who have been mentoring NEET aspirants for years and who worked hard along with them to help them pursue their dreams. In today's session, our renowned guests are going to share with you valuable insights that will definitely help you for NEET. Very first, I'd like to welcome Mr. Sanjay Kumar Sharma, our physics expert and students' favorite physics faculty. Sanjay sir is also Deputy Director of Kerala Zone in Akash, and he has helped numerous NEET aspirants to accelerate their score and understand physics. Sanjay sir, a very warm welcome to this webinar.
Thanks, Sasi ma'am, and I am very blessed to be a part of this very instructive session.
Great, sir. So next, I'd like to welcome Mr. Anurag Tiwari, our chemistry expert and most versatile chemistry faculty. Anurag sir is also our National Academic Director of Medical, and he has been guiding on the creation of multiple NEET-related content, just for gauging the marks of all NEET aspirants. His efforts for students' benefit is immeasurable. Anurag sir, a very warm welcome to this webinar.
A very good evening to all the students and parents. Really, I'm glad to be the part of this panel. Thank you so much for having me here.
Next, we have Jasdeep Singh sir, our botany expert and a renowned botany faculty. He is very popular among his students and he has been guiding and mentoring students for more than 10 years. He has helped numerous NEET aspirants to understand the essentials of the subject and accelerate their score in botany. Jasdeep sir, a very warm welcome here.
Thank you, ma'am. Glad to be a part of this panel. Thank you.
So next we have Mr. Chandrasekhar Mishra, our zoology expert who is joining us. He's also head of Akash Distance Learning Program Division. He's a distinguished biology faculty with more than 30 years of experience in teaching, and he has been mentoring students for medical entrance examinations. Chandrasekhar Mishra. Yeah.
Thank you, Shashi ma'am. I think I have slightly fast. I want a short introduction. Thank you and welcome all of you for the nice webinar. Hopefully it will be very useful for all of you.
So we are very happy to have you all in this webinar. I'm sure today's session will help all the students who are joining us today. So students, in today's session, we are definitely going to help you with 4 major things. Firstly, the outcome of this webinar is going to be refining your strategy with practice test and mock test. You'll also learn how to analyze your errors to know your strengths and weaknesses. And you'll get to know the toppers approach and strategy. And also, if you're aiming for 600 plus score in NEET, you'll get a right targeted plan for that. So really, this is going to be a super interesting and benefit webinar for all the NEET aspirants. And we are here to lead you to all sure shot strategy. So we have got a lot of questions from many of you who are joining us today. So thank you for your questions, students. We'll be very happy to take many additional questions. So keep posting your questions. Our whole panelists and subject experts will definitely address to your queries. All right, then let's save our precious time that we have and quickly dive into this session. Anurag sir, I want to ask the first question to you. All the students have already made their best effort so far in completion of the whole NEET syllabus, and they're dedicatedly preparing day and night for NEET. So what should be the right approach to utilize the coming days in the best performance for NEET?
Yeah, so thank you, Shashi ma'am, for asking this very relevant question at this point in time. So as of now, exam date is not announced. But considering the last year's pattern, we can again anticipate NEET 2021 to be scheduled somewhere in the mid of September. So we should keep the deadline as a mid of September in mind. First thing is very important that they should know where they have to go until what month, what week they have to target it for. And so if we calculate, then we are left with 2 months and few days.
Hardly 2 months, we can say.
Yeah. So, looking into that scenario and keeping all the experience what I have in my mind and with the, past years performers, what they have shared with us, what they have done in those days, I would like to iterate two things for upcoming 2 months and few days. One thing is do's and other thing is don'ts. So do's and don'ts for last 2 months, I would like to talk about. So first taking do's for last 2 months. And amongst do's, the utmost important thing which comes in every student's mind who is sincerely preparing for NEET is actually practice. So I am in sync with them. The first do's is actually practice, practice, practice. And
That's
what
the
kind
magic
of
mantra for every student, practice.
Yeah, for every student. And their practice is also of two kinds. One, practicing the question sitting at home and just doing whatever is given in the textbooks behind the chapters like assignments and some other exercise questions. This is the practice, but it is actually the kind of self-practice what you do just to make sure that you will be having enough expertise on a particular kind of concept and questions. But I'm going to talk about the different kind of practice, and that practice is actually simulating with the actual examination pattern as much as possible. Real simulation is pretty difficult, as COVID is still on, and coaching institutes and other kind of institutions where students can go for the practice of NEET pattern question papers, test papers. It is not possible in offline mode. But still we can get simulated in many terms, like simulating with the time management aspect, that is putting yourself into a test of 3 hours and making yourself adjusted with the kind of time duration you need to have, which should be simulated with the final examination.
Yeah, that's very true, sir, because all the students need to have a practice of complete exam mindset. That really helps at the time of exam.
And when you start doing it, go step by step. So first start with the part syllabus tests, which are on NEET pattern, 180 questions, 180 minutes, and then gradually move on to mock tests. And as many as possible, you go and attempt the test. Now, the second do's is actually error analysis. Writing the test is just merely a 50% job done. Rest 50% remains awaited in the form of analyzing the test papers, what you have already attempted. So after attempting the test, spend at least 60 to 90 minutes in analyzing the kind of errors you have committed in the test. There are many kinds of errors. When you start talking to students about their mistakes, they first of all say there are few questions I have done silly mistake. So saying that it is a silly mistake is altogether an umbrella term. Try to find out what led you to that particular kind of silly mistake. There may be inappropriate reading of the question. You may have overlooked the important word of the question. Maybe somewhere it is written like incorrect. Find the incorrect and you are finding the correct one. Somewhere it is written not in bold also, capital and bold, but still you are not focusing on not term because you did not read the question appropriately. That leads to error. And then you call it a silly mistake. Apart from those, there are conceptual errors. You may not be knowing the right concept behind the question and you committed the mistake. Numerical errors. You are getting confused between 2 options out of 4 in a particular question, and so on and so forth. Those kind of errors you commit. So it is important to analyze what kind of error you have committed in which question, and that question belongs to which concept. And when you find the root cause of error, then you start working on that. And if you repeat this cycle, means prepare for the test, attempt the test, analyze the errors, and then again prepare, and then again write the test, then again analyze the error, then again improve on that and go on. Then this cyclic process will make sure that your performance is improving in every test by test, at least by 5 to 10%, and so on and so forth. It will go on. So this is the second
Sir,
part
this
of do.
is such a valid point, I could say, right? The cycle which you have represented here, like firstly, do, cycle of do, which you can say, completing the whole syllabus, then practice, then analyze, and then repeat this whole cycle. I'm sure if every student follows this, they'll find a great, great help in their scores. I think
now-
everybody here agrees with me in that.
Yeah. Now coming on to third do's is actually power of reiteration.
Yes.
So
sir.
no matter how competent you are in a particular chapter, in a particular subject, you keep on repeating, restating, recreating, and echoing the concepts of the particular chapter or subject, what you have already learned. Because when you have iterated things again and again, it gets embedded in your mind. And once it gets embedded in your mind, it similarly reciprocates in the same manner in the final examination when you are sitting in an environment of exam where a lot of pressure is there on your head. But still, your mind responds because you have iterated things many times. So these are the three do's. Now I'm
Agreed,
coming
totally.
to don'ts.
Don'ts.
Don'ts for last
Yes,
2
sir.
months. So quickly, I'm summarizing 3 don'ts. Don't lose hands on the NCERT. You can't compromise on that factor.
Mhm.
NEET is actually synonym of NCERT. 90 to 95% questions are again gonna be from the NCERT only. So do not compromise on that.
NCERT is the
Wherever-
key for everyone.
Yeah, everyone, for everyone, no matter who you are, whether you are a top performing student, you are a above average, you are average one, doesn't matter. Don't lose your hand on NCERT. The second don't is, do not get yourself confused with the controversies which arise between NCERT and the books of other authors available in the market. Remember, NCERT is always right, quote unquote, for NEET. But NCERT is always right. So wherever, whatever is written, do not get confused out of that. Believe in on the NCERT only and keep other things aside.
Just they have to follow it religiously.
Religiously. This
Yes,
is
sir.
Bible, Gita, Quran, whatever you call, this is it. And the third don't is, do not get disturbed if you do not perform in test optimally. Many times it happens. The students get depressed because they could not perform in a particular test. They find themselves underprepared. So what? Just move on. Rectify the mistakes through error analysis, correct it, go on and prepare for the next test.
So we
This is
have
the
a
journey what you
student
can-
here, who Prabnoor Kaur. She is asking the same question, that how to have a positive mindset when you score low. So you have rightly answered her question.
So this is all what I wanted to
Yes,
share
sir.
for last 2 months under the category of do's and don'ts. 3 do's, 3 don'ts. Go on and you are gonna have really fantastic NEET 2021.
Yes, sir. These are like magic mantras for all the students. So I'm sure all of you have heard it very carefully, the do's and don'ts. These are really, really going to be the right approach for utilizing your coming days. So now let's get into the subject specific thing. Like we have, as we know, the hardly 2 months left for the exam. Now, in these 2 months, as Anurag sir has rightly said, you have to practice, you have to complete all the full syllabus and part syllabus test. Along with that, you have error analysis. Not just that, you have to also revise and recall all the things which you have read so far, right? So along with that, many of the students also face subject related issues. So now our expert panelists are here to help you out with all of that. So just keep posting your queries in the chat. We'll be definitely getting back to you. Okay. Sanjay sir, my next question is to you. You know, most of the students find physics as the difficult subject in NEET. They keep on asking, how do I increase my speed of solving each question in physics? So what's your take on that?
Right. So, Sati ma'am, it's a really beautiful question. And I believe majority of the NEET aspirants want this threshold to achieve. I believe speed and accuracy are two prominent factors in the exam to take care. Because in case you miss any of these factors, you may end up with the exam either with the error or an incomplete attempt. So
Right.
first of all, we need to understand that acquiring the speed is the outcome of many small efforts. So we should not think on this aspect in the very first stage of the preparation. Secondly, the actual definition of speed, what majority of the students category carries in their mind, is somewhere, how quickly they can solve that question. But let me tell you, even to achieve this, many students put a timeline to solve a given question as well. But the real definition of speed is how you are interpreting the question while reading it, and during the same, how quickly you are recalling the related theory and formula. And I believe after following this, they can solve the question very easily in the given time slot, let's say of 1 minute.
So you mean rather than going with the definition of speed, rather than solving quickly, they need to break the whole
Absolutely.
information into bits and pieces.
Exactly, ma'am. And you know, if I put this question on the second note as well, so we can speed up any task if we have seen it or we have gone through it multiple times. Let it be a formula, let it be a standard graph or any diagram, and we have practiced it in a various way. You know, it's a very, very simple rule. NEET pattern, easy questions test your speed and accuracy. Like in NEET, the majority of the questions asked on easy and bit moderate pattern, but the number of questions asked are more. So they test your speed and accuracy. Difficult questions test your concept knowledge and problem solving skills. So sometimes when you come across a problem you have already seen, in that case, try to solve such problems with your full speed. After cracking, when you are done with some difficult problems while practice, try to memorize the approach of the answer. So what benefit a student will have? Whenever a similar approach is required in the examination, they can proceed towards answer very quickly if they can recall the approach they had memorized while preparing. And you know, don't think of easier way of solving that problems, because a better approach always saves time. I have seen many students after reading through the question, they list down some unwanted steps, they get trapped into that, and finally they end up with a good amount of time they have lost in the question, and then they realize, oh my god, I would have gone through that concept and I could have get the answer. So in a nutshell, the factor which can increase the pace is the understanding. And the point which Anurag sir has mentioned, a very beautiful point, I would like to reiterate on that, the cyclic process what sir was talking. So the pace can be increased with a proper understanding and reading of the question, which can be enhanced by increasing your reading habits. Because what happens when the students preparing for NEET examinations, they became so addicted of objective pattern that they are missing on the reading part very, very efficiently. So if they are working on this, understanding the question, recalling the formula relevant diagram, so I'm sure that they will not be finding this issue.
Yes, that's very true point, sir. Because many of the students, they keep on saying, अभी भी बहुत सारे बच्चे हमें ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं कि numericals में कैसे marks हम increase करें. So they just keep on focusing on numericals. Numericals solve करना है, लेकिन they don't dig into deep into the concepts which are taught. I think they have to practice with the balance of both concepts as well as the numerical practice. I'm sure you also guide all your students for the same thing. Okay, so next I have this very interesting question from Jasdeep sir. Jasdeep sir, many of the students keep on saying that botany is our favorite subject. So most of the NEET aspirants share the common thing. But we know that botany is such an interesting subject. It is full of all the exceptions. So here, what you suggest, what should be the right strategy for all the students while attempting the botany portion, while attempting the test also, and while attempting the main exam?
Right, ma'am. See, botany indeed is one of the very interesting subjects. But there is a certain chunk of students जिनको लगता है कि botany is a bit boring also. Because they tend to say कि sir plants का क्या काम है MBBS पे. So we need to make them realize about the importance of the botany. First of all, I tell them कि बेटा sunlight is the ultimate source of energy on earth, and it is only the plants who trap the sunlight, convert it into edible form, and then this is how it is passed on to successive trophic levels in the food chain. And second importance for botany is कि botany is one of the subjects in NEET और उसमें से questions आते हैं. Right. So the initial chapters like living world, biological classification, morphology, plant kingdom, these are the chapters which require rote learning, repetition, time and again, बार बार repeat करके सब्जियों के नाम, plants के नाम याद करवाने पड़ते हैं बच्चों को.
सर बच्चे
But-
काफी परेशान भी होते हैं, इतने सारे नाम होते हैं, टिश्यूज के नाम और सारे आपके प्लांट्स के नाम, बहुत परेशान होते हैं इन चीजों को याद करके. So what
तो-
should be the right approach in whole learning process?
मैम उसको याद करने के लिए वी सजेस्ट द स्टूडेंट्स कि बेटा आज से जो हमने आपको नाम सिखाए हैं, ठीक है, घर पे जाके मम्मी से बोलना कि मम्मी आज मुझे लाइकोपर्सिकम एस्कुलेंटा जो है या सोलिनम ट्यूबरोसम जो है इसकी सब्जी खानी है. दिस इज हाउ यू विल गेट टू लर्न द नेम्स, बट डोंट स्टार्ट टेकिंग दीज नेम्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ द वेजिटेबल वेंडर्स. दैट विल बिकम अ प्रॉब्लम, राइट? सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, मूविंग फर्दर, जैसे जैसे हम बॉटनी में चैप्टर्स में आगे प्रोग्रेस करते हैं, एनाटॉमी आ जाता है, फिजियोलॉजी आता है, जेनेटिक्स आता है, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स इन एंटायर बायोलॉजी, एंड देन इकोलॉजी इज देयर. इकोलॉजी के जो चैप्टर्स हैं दे शुड बी स्टडीड लाइक एज इफ यू आर रीडिंग अ स्टोरी, because many of the concepts they are around us, we just need to visualize them. Problem comes in those chapters is related to the data. There is huge data in those chapters. And in the past few years, एक क्वेश्चन जो है एनवायरमेंटल इश्यूज या बायोडाइवर्सिटी चैप्टर में से आता ही आता है, विच इज बियॉन्ड एनसीईआरटी. मे बी लास्ट ईयर नहीं आया, अदरवाइज तकरीबन हर साल एक चैप्टर आता था एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटोकॉल्स को लेकर. तो उसके लिए वी सजेस्ट द स्टूडेंट्स के लेवल 2 में वी हैव मेंशन्ड सर्टेन इंफॉर्मेशन इन आवर आकाश स्टडी मॉड्यूल्स. सो देयर आर सर्टेन सिलेक्टिव चैप्टर्स वेयर द स्टूडेंट्स नीड टू स्टडी समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा अदर देन एनसीईआरटी. अदरवाइज, एज सर हैज सेड, NCERT is the Bible for us. Then important topics in botany, cell biology, reproduction, genetics, ecology, they contribute and accommodate 70% of the more than 70% of the questions that and mostly they come from NCERT itself. Now, if we talk about different subjects, so chemistry and biology, they can get you selected, but physics will decide your rank.
That's
Because
very
physics,
rightly
yeah.
said, sir. It works
Yeah,
for all
physics-
the students.
True. So follow NCERT religiously. In NCERT, you need to pay special attention to certain words like since, hence, thus, therefore, because, as, so. I will repeat:
They
since,
should be
hence.
the words which should
Yeah.
always trigger to the mind of students.
Correct. Because
They
generally,
need to have.
the lines in which these words are mentioned, these lines are trying to explain the cause, the reason, or the manifestation of a concept, from which generally the direct questions come. In addition to that, the students need to go through the summary also. Summary of the chapter is very, very important. Sometimes in NCERT, certain concept is not mentioned in the entire chapter, it is mentioned in the summary. For example, cell cycle, cell division chapter. Most organelles duplicate in the G1 phase of the cell cycle. This is not mentioned in the entire text. It is mentioned in the summary part of the chapter. Then the students can make certain flow charts. NCERT diagrams should be paid more attention to. Mnemonics that the students may have prepared during their 2 years of the study for their rapid revision, and NCERT maps. This is a beautiful booklet that has been prepared
Yes,
by Akash
NCERT
Institute.
maps is very, very useful tool for all the students in every subject.
True. So again, I'll repeat what Anurag sir
Yes,
has
sir.
said: learn, revise, and practice. That is the mantra.
Yeah, that is really working for all the students. I'm sure students, now you have the right strategy which you should apply for botany. Next, my question is to Mishra sir. Mishra sir, in zoology, many of the students keep on asking that we have various queries related to remembering and focusing on the important areas. Like how we can focus and remember the important areas in zoology, because they have a whole lot of things to mug up there. There are various important terms and concepts and names which needs to be kept in mind for answering the queries. Not just that, like keeping all those important points in the mind, how should they go for all the mock tests and practice tests?
Ma'am, whatever you have asked,
Mhm.
it's a very, very common point which is asked by most of the students. Let us move slightly back. जो भी हमने पढ़ा,
जी.
2 साल हो गए, 2 महीने बाकी हैं. इन 2 महीनों में मुझे अपने रिजल्ट को इम्प्रूव करना है. जो टारगेट मैंने रखा है उसको मैंने अचीव करना है. ये सही समय है कि वी शुड डायग्नोज फर्स्ट.
Mhm.
डायग्नोसिस तो कर लें, है क्या परेशानी हमारी, हम कितना % बढ़ा सकते हैं. Once we diagnose, then we can do whatever is required to correct that. That is the first part. I'll explain that in the subsequent part of my answers. I'm taking only brief part, diagnose first, because already we are slightly way ahead in time. Second point, remembering is not the key for biology or zoology or botany.
Okay.
मैं नहीं मानता कि बायोलॉजी याद की जाती है, बायोलॉजी समझी जाती है, समझाई जाती है. कई जगह हो सकता है बच्चों को याद कराई जाती हो, याद कराने से आप डॉक्टर नहीं बन सकते, समझने से डॉक्टर जरूर बन सकते हैं. Maybe physics, maybe chemistry, maybe biology. I agree that 15%, 10%, maybe in any subject, remembering is required. But वो कोई मुश्किल काम नहीं है. आपने नर्सरी से लेके आज तक इतने दोस्तों के नाम याद रखे हैं, इतने फिल्मों के नाम याद रखे हैं, एक सीन देख के आप फिल्मों का नाम बता देते हैं, गाने याद है आपको, गाने के फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स भी पता है, पहला शब्द सुनते हैं, म्यूजिक सुनते हैं, फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स भी पता है, तो एनसीईआरटी क्यों नहीं पता है आपको? दैट मीन्स याद करने की तो कमी है नहीं आपकी. पुराने जमाने इस जमाने में क्या अंतर है? पुराने जमाने में हमारे पास बहुत सारे गैजेट्स नहीं हुआ करते, तो हम लोग सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी बुक्स या रेफरेंस बुक्स या बुक से पढ़ते थे. आजकल ऑनलाइन में गूगल बाबा में डाला, आपको आंसर मिल गया. उसमें तो बुक्स ढूंढनी पड़ती थी लाइब्रेरी में जाके, हमें एक चीज ढूंढते थे, 4 चीजें और सीख के आते थे. बट नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज डिफरेंट. वी आर बिजी विद, बिकॉज वी हैव सम स्पेसिफिक रैम इन अवर ब्रेन. रैम हमारा कम है, उसको हमने एक्स्ट्रा मटेरियल से भर रखा है, जंक मटेरियल से. खाली करिए रैम को पहले और अपने फोकस पे बढ़ाइए, काम कीजिए. फोकस क्या है? नीट क्वालिफाई कर. याद करने का तरीका क्या है? कई बच्चे पूछते हैं सर याद करने का, अगर याद ही करना तो क्या अप्रोच है? आई थिंक माय फ्रेंड्स हैव आंसर्ड दैट पार्ट, बट स्टिल आई विल ऐड. For me, to remember anything is just like a medicine. What is that medicine? Why I'm using the word medicine? If I am ill, doctors will recommend take these medicines 2 times a day for 3 days or 5 days. After 5 days, I'll be perfect. Same thing applies here. You remember, divide the chapter, divide the part specifically which has to be revised and remembered. Maybe inorganic chemistry, maybe organic chemistry, reactions, or whatever is required, maybe physics formulas, maybe zoology names, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, ecology, whatever you think, feel like, national parks, sanctuaries, whatever is required. I'm giving number of names in small bits and parts. Remember 5 in the morning, revise it in the evening, add 5 more. Next day, add 5 more, becomes 15 for you now. By evening, revise 15 and then add 5 more, becomes 20. Go for 3 days and stop it. That is first phase of your revision. Maybe inorganic chemistry reaction, maybe organic chemistry, or whatever you have divided. It's your choice. Now take the second slot. One day, Sunday will be leave for you to revise all once again. Take the third phase, fourth phase, revise that phase once again. In the second week at the end, one day you can take extra to revise all the 4 phases again. More and more you revise what sir has said, and Anurag sir has already said that part. More and more you revise, it always fixes in your brain permanently. You can't forget it. हाँ, बट एग्जाम से एक दिन पहले मैं सारे रिएक्शंस याद कर लूं और याद करके चला जाऊं और सारा जाके वहां पुटअप कर दूं, तो मैं श्योर कह सकता हूं कि आपने कॉपर के जिंक और जिंक की जगह मैग्नीशियम डाल देंगे आप. जो रिएक्शन पॉसिबल भी नहीं है वो आप बना देंगे, नहीं बनती तो भी बना देंगे आप, क्योंकि रिसर्च आप लोगों ने काफी अच्छी की हुई है. तरह तरह की बुक से आपने पढ़ा होगा, और जिस बुक से पढ़ना चाहिए उससे नहीं पढ़ा होगा, और उस बुक का नाम है एनसीईआरटी. हम सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी जो पतली सी किताब है हमारी, उसको भी थोरोली समझ लें तो हम सेलेक्ट हो सकते हैं. बेटा एक चीज समझने की जरूरत है, ज्यादा सवाल पूछोगे ज्यादा परेशान होगे. सवाल अपने आप से पूछो, आंसर भी आप ही के पास है, करना भी आप ही ने है. सॉल्यूशंस हमारे पास हैं, सॉल्यूशंस हम देंगे, बट क्या आप उसको रिलीजियसली फॉलो कर सकते हैं? अभी भी बहुत ही अच्छा टाइम है. Any student who's getting 500 can get 560 or even 600. 600 can get 670, 680. 650 can reach 700. 700 can become 715 to 720. It's the right time. But don't think you know each and everything. Go on digging. You'll find number of new points in NCERT. You don't remember all the things at present. I know it very well. You may be getting 650. Still, you are lagging by 70 marks. The 70 marks can be improved upon. Because if paper is simple, cutoff will be higher, and depends upon the state from where you are. I'm not saying all over India 650 is required. Depending upon the state, you can see the cutoff of your city, your area, your specialist state, and see what marks is required for the cutoff. Fix at least 50 marks or 20 marks minimum target above the cutoff. I'll feel it should be 50 marks, because I don't know if the paper is going to be simple, what cutoff may reach. Because last year the cutoff was very, very high, especially for Delhi I'm talking about. I don't know about other areas. If I know, then also I'm not telling here at present. But the key is, because time is less. But the key is, आप कट ऑफ अपने स्टेट का देखिए, उसके हिसाब से टारगेट फिक्स कीजिए, और कट ऑफ अगर 550 है, टारगेट 600, देन यू मे अचीव 580 और 590. डोंट फिक्स टारगेट कि आप उसको अचीव कर ही लेंगे. वो आपको अपने बारे में ज्यादा पता है, और मेरे को आपको आपके बारे में ज्यादा अच्छा पता है कि जो हम टारगेट फिक्स करते हैं वो अचीव नहीं करते, 5-10 नंबर नीचे रह जाते हैं. तो ट्राई टू फिक्स हायर टारगेट सो दैट यू कैन एटलीस्ट अचीव इट. And I know, I'm sure, you may not be confident, but I'm confident you can achieve it if you focus the way we are telling you. Shashi ma'am.
Well, sir, this is very, very important point. So all the future doctors, now you can see the important prescription provided by Mr. Sir to you is first diagnose your problem. That means you need to figure out your strengths and weaknesses, and then the right medicine for you will be learning and mugging up all the things relevant for it. Then revising it regularly in a proper cycle is required, and targeting yourself higher and higher will definitely going to help. Next, Anurag sir, you have already given us the 3 important rules which student always need to follow. But here, I want to especially focus on this part which you have asked related to part syllabus and full syllabus test practice. So while students are doing practice of mock test and past year question or previous year question, so will it be enough for them to solve those mock tests and previous year question that will be helping out them in this NEET 2021 preparation? Anything extra they need to do some extra mile effort?
Yeah, see, as I already stated,
Yes, sir.
Writing the test, practicing the test as much as possible in real simulation of examination environment, that is important, and very, very important rather, I would say. But this is not the end of story. You have to go beyond that. Many times I get query from students, sir, I got stuck on 500, 550 marks. I'm not moving on. I'm not being able to increase my marks. You know, I'm scoring that much only. Then I actually suggest them, you know, a beautiful strategy that you need to, you know, jot down certain things after attempting the test. Because whenever you have attempted the test, if you have not analyzed beautifully, if you have not put the effort over there, and accordingly, if you have not worked, then definitely you will be stuck over there only what you have already scored in previous tests. So what is it? Actually, you know, just try to find out the kind of mistake you have committed and put it into the column. आप एक पेज लीजिए, आप 4 कॉलम बनाइए उसके अंदर, या 5 कॉलम, जो भी आपको जितनी रिक्वायरमेंट हो. You just ask yourself and you will be able to create that. The first thing is the kind of mistake you have committed. If it is a silly mistake, you write down what all questions were there where you have done the silly mistake. And I have already stated what kind of silly mistakes you can attempt, right? The second column is I got confused between 2 options. So कौन-कौन से questions ऐसे थे जहां पर आप 2 ऑप्शन में कंफ्यूज हो गए थे. Third thing, you did not know the concept behind the question, that's why you have attempted wrong or you have left the question. Mark those questions, वो कौन से questions थे, and then move on to next. ये और क्या किस टाइप के आपने errors अपने पेपर को attempt करते हुए किए हैं. Make all those columns, put each and every question there and pick one by one. And if you have done any silly mistake, you directly instruct your mind with high degree of authority. आपका माइंड है, आप जैसे बोलना चाहेंगे आप उसको बोल सकते हैं, आप उसको डांटिए, समझाइए, whatever it is, you can instruct your mind. You just instruct your mind that you are not going to repeat this kind of silly mistake ever in future. क्योंकि silly mistake करना ये आपके टैलेंट को के साथ में जस्टिस नहीं होता है, क्योंकि आप उस टैलेंट को ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट होकर के जब आप उसको जल्दबाजी में करने की कोशिश करते हैं तब जाकर के आपसे सिली मिस्टेक होती है. सो इंस्ट्रक्ट योर माइंड दैट यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू बी इन हरी व्हाइल राइटिंग द क्वेश्चन पेपर, राइट? And
it's like training the mind properly with the right mindset. Student need to have
exactly that. And that you can do only for yourself. You can instruct yourself. Nobody else is going to do that.
Sir, I want to add on here a question by a student, Divya Rehal. She want to ask, like, what is the best way to avoid the negative marking and handle these doubtful questions?
So see, if you are into the doubt, first of all, you go through the question properly. You read the 4 options. And if you find that there are the options which can be eliminated, then you can go ahead with that and you choose the one option. But if you are getting confused into two options badly, I would say do not go for that question, leave that, because -1 is not at all good. If you are not getting +4, it's okay, but -1 ज्यादा रुलाता है, right? जब बाद में हम देखते हैं ना कि एक क्वेश्चन गलत हो गया and because of that I have got -1, so ये लगता है ये तो -5 हो गया, ये -1 नहीं लगता, वो -5 लगता है. So
and that -1 can impact the whole rank.
So
Yes.
leave that, it need not to be attempted. But in case if you have some confusing question, you are not being able to get the right option through reading the statement, then you try to put the elimination method. If it is there, if it is working, fine. If it is not working, leave that question.
So
Right.
Divya, I'm sure your query is rightly answered by sir. Anurag sir, as you have rightly said, that students need to have a proper plan while doing their analysis, like what was their forte, what was their weakness, what was their confusion, and where they lost their marks. So I'm sure this whole study of your own practice will definitely help all the students. So students, just keep a note of all these important points in your mind. Sir, my next question is to Sanjay sir. Sanjay sir, we have a student Aditi. She's asking, like, I have lots of backlogs, sir. Likely, she's a student who is 12th studying, and she's finding that I have lots of backlog. I was not able to cover up the whole syllabus in time. And physics is the major area where she did not paid any attention in these 2 years. So likely how she can overcome this and rightly get placed into some good college.
Right. So answering to this question, ma'am, as she has mentioned that she was not able to cover up the entire syllabus in the given time slot. So in the remaining months, I would suggest that, first of all, instead of going for the new learning, because, there are 4 beautiful subjects which will be asked in NEET, and each subject carries 180 marks, right? So 180 multiplied by 4. So first and foremost thing, we need to understand that instead of going for the new learning, we must focus on the topics which she has gone at least once or twice in the previous discussion. So for her, it will be easy to, grab the maximum outcome from those topics, which may result into the good productivity. That is the one thing she should do. In addition to this quick revision, she must appear for, some mock tests, as Anurag sir has beautifully explained, that, test is not just an assessment process. Test gives you a complete insight, what are the areas of weakness, what are the areas you all need to improve, and more prior thing is how better you can prepare for the next test. So I think adding to these 2 points, making the quick revision of the topics which she has already gone through, instead of getting into the new topics, because ultimately her target, I would suggest that instead of, as Mr. Sir was also talking, that each state has its own cutoff, right? So as Delhi, Kerala, every state has its own, requirement into various medical colleges. So looking into this, seeing the requirement, I would suggest her that go strategically in each subject. There might be some possibility that by giving some extra effort, she may score better in zoology, botany, rather than physics and chemistry. So she needs to understand the topics she has already gone through, giving some extra time, making the quick revision, getting the best outcome of those topics, and by following a very good pattern of mock test series, followed by the error analysis, I'm sure she will be in a better confidence for writing NEET 2021.
So these are very, very valid points. I'm sure, Aditi, now you must be definitely able to plan your time. Just focus on what's required right now, and rightfully, and use your given time of the 2 months. This will definitely help you out to improvise your score. So we have a parent here who is asking this question, Mr. Jagannath Srinivasan. He's asking that my son wants to write NEET next year. How many hours he need to study to get good marks? Jasdeep sir, I'd like you to take this query of Mr. Jagannath.
Right, ma'am. This is a common question that comes.
Yes, sir.
How many hours do you need to study? See, it depends upon individual to individual and the temperament of the individual for a particular subject, right? So, as a general rule, apart from coaching and the school, if a student can put in anything between 4 to 6 hours of quality time, then I think that is enough for study, but it should be a consistent effort. इट्स नॉट एक वीक में जोश आ गया तो उसमें इकट्ठे 10-12 घंटे रोज के एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ने शुरू कर दिए और फिर उसके बाद परसिस्टेंस खत्म हो जाएगी, जोश ठंडा हो जाएगा, तो फिर उसके बाद कभी 2 घंटे पढ़ रहे हैं, तो इरेगुलरिटी जहाँ पे आएगी तो वहां पे प्रॉब्लम आएगी. सो 4 to 6 hours ऑफ स्टडी कंसिस्टेंटली अपार्ट फ्रॉम द स्कूल एंड द कोचिंग इज मोर देन इनफ. और इसमें एक बहुत जरूरी चीज होती है, दैट इज डाउट क्लियरिंग. बच्चों को अक्सर लगता है कि शायद अगर हम डाउट्स बोलेंगे तो पीपल द टीचर्स वुड मेक एन इमेज फॉर मी कि इस बच्चे को कुछ आता नहीं है. Whereas on the contrary, the students who ask more doubts are the ones who actually top in their medical examinations. So I think 4 to 6 hours of study is more than enough.
Mr.
I would like to
Srinivas-
add, Shashi ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I would like to add.
Please.
So actually what Jasdeep sir has said is totally right, that it depends upon the person, that what time is required by a person to complete that chapter or topic, depending upon the capability of the student also. But if you take like this, that many parents and many students think like this, that 6 hours of study in school plus 1.5 or 2 hours of traveling for school, for coaching maybe 3.5 or 3 hours minimum, plus once again 1.5 or 1 hour of traveling time. Already you find nearly 8 plus 4 hours are over. That is 12 hours are over. Now how the child can study, because he has to complete homework of the school also. He has to complete whatever he has studied in the coaching also. From where he will get time, because from morning 6 o'clock till evening 8 o'clock, he is busy in this way or that way. If he doesn't complete the homework, next day he will be scolded in the school also.
Agree.
So what to do? See, actually we have to find out the time in whatever 365 days we are having with us in a year. Any student who's going to succeed, get top rank or get selected only, all have same number of days and same number of hours. It's only the planning which is the key. Second part. Every school is working nearly for 220 days in a year. If you see the calendar of the school, you'll find 220 days the working day. Number of working day, I'm talking about Delhi Education Act. It's possible all over India, some changes, but they're minor here and there, not more than that. Now, if 220 days is the working days, 145 days is completely off. In these 145 days, multiply by 6 or 8 hours, whatever you're traveling plus studying in school, or make to study in the school. If I take even 4 hours out of that, 4 hours multiplied by nearly 150, if I round off, how many hours you are having? And the day when you don't go to school, you find what is happening. The student will sleep for longer hours. Parents will not wake up the child because आज छुट्टी है, बच्चे को सोने दो, आज हम भी सोते हैं, उसको भी सोने दो. And then when he wakes up, then big paranthas in North India, you find paranthas with dahi is given to the child. And then after paranthas and dahi, he will play with PS4 and PS3 and do whatever he is having with him. Or he will play with other friends in the society. So we are wasting time. But when time is not there, then we say, "Sir, time ही नहीं, मैं क्या करूं? What to do?" We have to manage that time. Similarly, for coaching also.
Make a whole, 365 days calendar. They should rightly use their time. They
Similarly,
need
for
to go
coaching-
dedicatedly into this.
Coaching also, you find you're going for 3 to 4 days only. Still 3 days are left. You're going for 4 hours. That 4 hours or 3 hours, whatever is there in 3 days, remaining 3 days, you get 12 hours there also. So better you will get time, but utilize the time. Don't think work every day for 10 hours or 11 hours. It may be school plus coaching plus 2 hours. School is not there, then 6 hours for self-study and 4 hours for coaching. If coaching is not, then 4 hours this plus 2 hours extra will also help. But just what sir has told, be consistent, study regularly, utilize your time properly. There is no holiday for your mother, similarly no holiday for you during your 2 years of study time. If it's there, think of your mother. मम्मी में एनर्जी ज्यादा है, आप में एनर्जी ज्यादा है, एनर्जी बच्चों में ज्यादा है. मम्मी सुबह 6 बजे से लेके शाम को 11 तक काम कर सकती हैं, लेकिन आप नहीं कर सकते. मम्मी मैं तो थक गया. थकान क्या चीज होती है? तो बेटा ये चीज समझने की जरूरत है कि everybody can work, but the key is planning and mental stiffness is required.
Very
So
true.
there is
sir.
कि इतने घंटे पढ़िए, सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा. इस मंदिर में जाके माथा टेकिए, सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा. इन भगवान की पूजा कीजिए या व्रत रखिए, सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा. कई बार मम्मी लोग भी अपना मंगलवार का व्रत या शुक्रवार का व्रत रखते, बेटा मेरा सिलेक्ट हो जाए तो मैं भगवान के दर्शन करने आऊंगा. बच्चे ने पढ़ना है, भगवान ने हेल्प करनी है सिर्फ. शशि मैम.
Right, sir. Mr. Srinivasan, I'm sure your query has been rightly answered. I like to just sum up the points, very important points said by Jasdeep sir and Mishra sir. Every students do have 24 hours available, but they need to plan their time actively. They just need to plan it in a balanced manner so that their school is also covered, their whole coaching thing is also covered, and they also get ample amount of time for self-study and doubt clearance. That is kind of must do. So it has to be a dedicated calendar for this, and they need to follow it, consistently. That is required. I'm sure lot many NEET aspirants are following this thing. But sir, as we have observed, due to change of the dates, students काफी ज़्यादा परेशान हैं और वो बहुत ज़्यादा anxiety भी आजकल feel कर रहे हैं. So what could be the best way to keep them out of this anxiety? Anurag sir, I like to ask you, how students can keep them positive at this time. This was like one of your don'ts which you mentioned, that don't become negative by hearing n number of things, right? So what could be said on a positive note, how they can keep themselves positive at this time?
Yeah, so one thing is sure, that exam will happen.
Yes, sir.
Nobody is going to defy that truth. It will happen, right? And second thing, which is also true and nobody can change, you can't do anything about the examination date. These two things are certain. And if there is something which you can't change, then thinking about that is actually nothing less than putting yourself into unnecessary trap. And this is unnecessary trap. Why I'm saying unnecessary trap? Because you are putting your state of mind into that, right? So you need not to think about those kind of changes which is not in your hand, right? You just think one important stuff, that exam will happen one day. 3 hours exam, 180 question, physics, chemistry, biology is gonna be there.
Agreed.
No matter whether it is going to happen in next 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, doesn't matter at all. You just need to focus on one thing, that you have to prepare. And blessings in disguise. If it would have happened in the month of May, तो शायद आपको इतना टाइम नहीं मिलता जो एक्स्ट्रा आपको 3-4 months मिल गए. You can judiciously utilize that time, especially those students who appear in NEET examination on the same year when they write the board examination. They mostly find the crunch of time. And this is the golden period what they have got. I would rather say Corona is a kind of curse on humanity. But along with that, it has something there for them, that they got 3-4 months extra to prepare for that. They have a lot of things to revise, a lot of things to understand, a lot of things to, get deeper into. 96 chapters are there. So as many times you repeat, revise, it is not gonna be ever enough. So if you have got additional time, 4 months, be focused on that. Don't think about those things which can't be changed by yourself. This is what is mantra of what I would say.
And
Yes,
Anurag sir, आपके explanation से I just got connected to one more, understanding, that is circle of control and circle of influence. So what sir is talking, that the date of examination, when it is going to happen, it is not in our control. But the thing which is in control is taking the maximum use of the timing and ensuring the performance which we have set, the target which we have set, we are making everyone influence with that performance. So rightly said, sir.
Exactly, Sanjay sir, you got the right note.
सर इसमें मैं भी एक चीज ऐड करना चाहूंगा. जो मैं एक बुक पढ़ रहा था, in which the author says that something about worry and anxiety. See, it happens to all. But उसमें उन्होंने ये mention किया है कि do you have a problem? The answer is no. Then why worry? The second question is, do you have a problem? Yes. Can you do something about it? Yes. Then why worry? And third is, do you have a problem? Yes. Can you do something about it? No. Then why worry? So the thing is, ये हमारा सिर्फ हॉर्मोन्स और ये थॉट्स का प्रोसेस होता है जिसकी वजह से एंजाइटी इश्यूज होते हैं, सबको होते हैं. बट वी कैन विद अ पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड, जैसे सर ने बताया, उसके साथ हम इसको टैकल कर सकते हैं. That's it.
Agreed, sir. So most of the students are facing these worries and anxiety. ये सिर्फ आपके दिमाग में है. Just have a strong conviction that you have ample amount of time, and trust me, students, you have prepared for all across 2 years for this day. So don't lose hope. Keep on practicing. Just be consistent. You're going to do really good in exams. Sir,
शशि मैम, आपने जो बोला ना उसमें एक छोटा सा डिफरेंस है.
जी.
डिफरेंस क्या है? एग्जाम वाज गोइंग टू बी कंडक्टेड इन द मंथ ऑफ मई. 2 years बैक मई में एग्जाम हो जाता था. इसमें सुपर ओवर चल रहा है, एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स चल रही हैं. 3 महीने बीत चुके हैं, 2 महीने और मिल रहे हैं. 5 महीने एक्स्ट्रा मिलने के बाद हम ये एंग्जाइटी में बैठे होंगे. अभी तक तो हमारा सिलेबस रेडी हो जाना चाहिए पूरी तरह से. स्टिल नहीं रेडी है, कोई इशू नहीं है, कोई चैलेंज नहीं, बिकॉज घर में बैठ के पढ़ना हम सब लोगों ने. स्टिल इन दैट एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स वी शुड परफॉर्म बेटर. आप देखते हैं बेटा 2020 मैच, उसमें देखते हैं सुपर ओवर में लोग पूरा जान लगा देते हैं उस जीतने के लिए. सुपर ओवर पे जिंदगी डिपेंडेंट है. तो एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स आपकी चल रही है, टाइम सबके पास है. जो एक्स्ट्रा इनिंग्स प्रॉपर यूटिलाइज कर लेगा वही विनर होगा. तो प्लीज यूज दैट टाइम प्रॉपर्ली.
Yes, sir. That's very well said, sir. I'm sure all the students will definitely make best use of their time. Sir, my next question is from Nishchint Chaudhary. He's asking, he has also developed some kind of anxiety here. He's asking that how to keep ourselves self-motivated by seeing marks of others more and ours less. Jasdeep sir, I want you to add on here. बच्चे जहाँ पे अपने मार्क्स और अपने एरर एनालिसिस को फोकस करने की जगह दूसरों के मार्क्स देख के ज्यादा परेशान होते हैं. सो व्हाट कुड बी द बेस्ट वे? नो, पीयर प्रेशर भी होता है, फैमिली प्रेशर भी होता है अभी बच्चों के ऊपर. सो हाउ दे कैन हैंडल इट?
मैम, इसमें एक ना जो एक कॉमन ह्यूमन नोशन होता है कि किसी दूसरे की खुशी देख के और ज्यादा दुख होता है. सो हम तो स्ट्रगल कर ही रहे हैं, बट समहाउ डिस्पाइट वर्किंग टू आवर बेस्ट ऑफ एबिलिटीज. बट द थिंग इज, हर बच्चे में एक पोटेंशियल होता है कि वो अगर चाहे, जिसको बोलते हैं कि अपनी आई पे आ जाए, तो वो हर तरह का कंपटीशन डेसिमेट कर सकता है. लेकिन वो कब होता है? जब विजन आती है, जब एक फोकस होता है. और फोकस जब हमारा गलत है, जब हम दूसरों की तरफ ही देख रहे हैं और अपने आप को इम्प्रूव नहीं करना चाह रहे. जैसे सर ने, अनुराग सर ने पहले मेंशन किया था कि टेस्ट के बाद की तैयारी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हम वो नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम सिर्फ रिजल्ट को देख के और अपना दूसरे के साथ कंपेयर कर रहे हैं. हमको खुद को, अपने आप को इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं, राइट? तो पोस्ट टेस्ट एरर एनालिसिस इज द ओनली थिंग दैट कैन हेल्प यू इन दिस थिंग. किसी का रिजल्ट मत देखो, अपने रिजल्ट के साथ अपने आप को कंपेयर करो. हर टेस्ट में 10 नंबर अगर आप इंप्रूव करोगे तो आगे आने वाले 20 टेस्ट में आप 200 मार्क्स इंप्रूव कर जाओगे फ्रॉम योर करंट सिचुएशन. सो दैट इज ओनली
ऐसा होता है बच्चों को जब हम कहते हैं कि आप अपने टेस्ट का रिजल्ट एनालाइज करो. संजय सर, आपने भी देखा होगा ये चीज, जब हम बच्चों को ऐसा बोलते हैं कि आप टेस्ट एनालाइज करो, तो वो बस अपना मार्क्स का कंपैरिजन करते हैं बाकियों से. कोई अपने सब्जेक्ट बेसिस पे अपने वीक पॉइंट्स नहीं देखते, बस कंपैरिजन वाला पार्ट पहले आ जाता है. सो व्हाट्स
मैडम एक एग्जांपल, मुझे मैडम एक एग्जांपल याद आता है जो अभी आप डिस्कशन चल रहा है. कॉपी चेक हुई, बच्चों को बांट दी गई. एक बच्चा आता है तो सर मेरे 15 नंबर उस बच्चे को आप दे सकते हैं. वो क्यों? सर उसने पेरेंट्स को कमिट किया है कि मेरे 70 में से 60 मार्क्स आएंगे, बेचारे के सर 45 आ गए, मेरे 15 कम कर दो, मेरे पापा कुछ नहीं पूछेंगे, सर प्लीज मेरे 15 नंबर उसको ट्रांसफर कर दो. तो मैंने बेटा ये कोई लेन देन चल रहा है क्या कि पैसा बंटवारा हो रहा है कि आपके 15 रुपए कम करके 15 मार्क्स कम कर आपके नंबर में कम कर दूं, उसके नंबर बढ़ा दूं? तो हमें दूसरों के नंबर देखने से रिजल्ट नहीं आएगा, हमें अपने रिजल्ट देखने से ही नंबर आएगा, रिजल्ट आएगा. तो ऑल आवर कॉम्पिटिटर्स, रिमेंबर दैट वी आर नॉट फ्रेंड्स हियर, वी आर रियली कॉम्पिटिटर्स फॉर द सेम सीट वी आर फाइटिंग. सो बी slightly professional. I'm not saying fight among yourselves, but at least become slightly professional and compete among yourselves with a positive frame of mind, not negative frame of mind. That is required.
Right, sir. Sanjay sir, I like you to answer to this part. Likely, अगर हम physics की lens से देखें, तो जब बच्चे error analysis करने बैठते हैं, so what are the important points they should analyze? Already, Anurag sir has given very valid points here. I want you to answer it from physics lens.
Yeah. So definitely, I would like to answer this question specifically in physics, language. So as Anurag sir has already beautifully explained that, it's a very important to analyze a question paper after solving it. And very important thing is to look for your mistakes that you have made. Try to reason it that how it went wrong. All possible reasons have been beautifully explained by sir. Is it due to the topic you have not studied, or maybe the inability to understand the topic? Various reasons may be there. Any one or more of these reasons might be applied to a situation for any student. in physics, we usually teach a feedback circuit, man. So in that circuit, what we teach, when we are communicating a signal through a communication channel, it carries some unwanted noise. Some unwanted noise in the sense, for example, I am talking to a student or I am talking over the phone. There is some interruption. That interruption may be wanted, it may be unwanted, which I can't reduce. So this is called noise. So when we are transmitting a signal from one position to second position, when I'm targeting one exam, I'm shifting from one exam to second exam, one test to the another test, there are some unwanted noise which got added during the journey. But there is a filter in this entire journey. What majority of the students make the classical mistake, they keep on, doing the same mistake. So what they realize, okay, is test mein acha nahi hua, let me prepare for the next test. But the errors which they were supposed to resolve in the previous test, they totally forgot it. And when they are finally writing the mock test, again they are realizing that which I could have done this error analysis during my part syllabus test. So this is one classical mistake what majority of the students make. So in this, I would suggest all the students, because all the students must be, preparing for the NEET examination, and they must have gone through this last chapter, that is communication channel. So they should take some learning from this, that when they are transmitting one information, one test to another test, let's have a filter. Whatever is the unwanted noise, filter it and again put it into the circuit. So I am coming on to that cyclic process only what sir has explained, that there is a noise, there is an error, there is a weakness, filter it, put it into the circuit again, let it get refined, and let's get the final outcome. So I believe after following this statistics as well, error analysis and the actual understanding of a test result can be easily understood.
I'm sure all the students have listened to this carefully. Yes, Mr. Sir, please add on here.
So actually, error analysis is done in different ways. Suppose I am a student, what I will do? How many questions I have attempted in physics, in chemistry, in botany and zoology? How many I have done correct? How many I have done wrong? And how many I have left? All the three I have to check. There should be a balance between the wrong and the left. What happens mostly, any student who's getting 510 marks or 500 marks is having nearly 45 to 50 negatives. Who's getting 650 marks is having 15 to 17 negative or 15 negative or 20 negative maximum. The point is, the number of negatives, sometimes what happens that I have, suppose I'm taking one example to explain. I have done out of 180 questions, 160. I have attempted 160. Okay. In 160, I have done 40 wrong.
40 wrong.
And left 20. That means now 100 questions I have done correct. The key is what correct I have done, that knowledge I have. But I have attempted 60, out of that 40 are wrong. And 20 I have left. That means I have taken more risk.
Falls for those.
I have taken more risk. That indicates you have taken more risk. It's not a you had an answer. No, you have taken more risk and done blunders and lost your marks.
Here, if the student is just answering 100 correct answers, 100 to 400 marks will be there. But due to answering those wrong questions, there will be negative marking. He will definitely lose 40 marks.
Any student who is getting to get a top rank will have nearly 2 wrong, 2 left, or 3 wrong, 2 left, or 3 left, 2 wrong, or 10 wrong, 7 left, 6 left. It's not that 30 left and 20 wrong, or 30 left and 10 wrong, or 40 wrong and 10 left. That imbalance should not be there. Then second part, what Sanjay sir suggested, that is right. After finding out the mistake, the wrong answer, I have to check the reason for that. Every student has used the word silly mistake. Silly is not the real word. I am focused in the examination for 3 hours. That means my brain should work properly. I should have full focus. Why this silly mistake has taken place? Because I don't have that focus in the examination on that question. Somewhere some mistake has taken place, I agree. It can be any reason. I'm not mentioning here because time is less. Find out those reasons. After that, rectify that. How? In lower classes, we're doing dictation. The word used is dictation or shutlek bolte the Hindi mein. Dictation means repetition of the same thing 5 times or 10 times. Now, suppose I've done a mistake in biology in topic of enzymes. Enzymes means maybe digestive enzymes I'm talking about. I revise once again the whole digestive enzyme and practice only digestive enzyme questions once again. And now once again, if I do the questions of digestive system, the question should not be wrong from enzymes part at least. That means in each chapter, from each subtopic, like suppose you take any example, I'm not mentioning one here, or if I take, it will take more time. Number of subtopics are there. In which subtopic I'm doing wrong, revise that chapter thoroughly, that topic thoroughly, do questions 10 times, 15 extra questions from that part, and then repeat it. If that is being done, then the result will be there better. Otherwise, result can't be improved.
Sir, here we can definitely say, rather than focusing on the whole chapter, you need to majorly identify the topics and subtopics where you are lagging behind. That is relevant here. Revision of those subtopics will be more important here in improvising your score.
And so repeat that again and again, because we use the word revise. Revise means what? Not the whole syllabus now. That part which normally you forget, that part where you mostly commit mistakes, where you commit mistake blunders, where you can't remember all the time. उन पार्ट्स को एटलीस्ट आप अलग से एक बॉक्स बना के रख लीजिए, उसको बार बार रिवाइज करते रहिए. वो बहुत जरूरी है. पूरा सिलेबस रिवाइज करना बहुत मुश्किल है, कोई नहीं कर सकता. इसलिए बेस्ट ऑप्शन क्या है कि जो मिस्टेक्स हो रही है उसको ठीक करना जरूरी है. अगर आपने उसको ठीक कर दिया, बेटा रिजल्ट आना कंफर्म है, क्योंकि आपका वही पार्ट तो वीक है, उसको आपको इंप्रूव करना है.
So students, I'm sure with this all queries and the answers given by our expert, you are definitely aware with identifying your improvement areas and how to work it out effectively. So our panelists, we are receiving spectrum of questions from our students. I'll quickly like to take up few of them. Anurag sir, my query is to you. We have a student here, Ishani Mukherjee. She's asking like ma'am, I'm a current Akashian, and please help out me with the rank range. That will help me out to get the selection. So what rank range you suggest the student, which will be very sure in getting the selection into a good college?
So as Mishra sir already mentioned that, it varies state to state, college to college, and even category to category, whether she is belonging to general OBC, ST, SC. So, looking into that, I would rather suggest Ishani to identify the state domicile in which she is going to apply for NEET counseling, for state counseling, and accordingly the kind of, category wise ranking is required as far as government medical college is concerned, and maybe for general category, maybe for OBC category, she can target for that. And if you talk about the safe side, what can be the safe side, then for general category, I would say, if you are under 10,000 rank, then you will have chances to get a medical college for MBBS course in, any part of the country. I would not say she will be getting in her state only or somewhere. So it may be possible that she will be getting somewhere in MBBS course if she is in general category. And if you talk about state, then of course it will be varying, and depending upon her state, I can only answer. And if you talk about score, then I would rather suggest to target for at least 620, 640 marks if she is from general category and targeting for government medical college MBBS seat. So 620 to 640 marks at least should be taken care of so that she will be on safer side.
So Ishanil, I'm sure all your queries are rightly answered. Now you have the right mindset to go for the best college. Sanjay sir, my query is to you. We have a student, Harman. He's asking, how do we learn to apply theoretical concepts in very complex numericals?
Well, so theoretical concept is something which will help you to initiate the solution of any question. As I mentioned in my previous discussion, that when you are going to the question, what classical approach a student made while going through the question, they try to read the question in a single shot. So after going through the question in a single shot, they realize that I missed something. So again, they are spending time for reading the question. So what I generally suggest that, the classical approach, what a student must follow while solving the question is, whenever there is a stop in the question, there should be a pause in your mind. Just try to recall all the relevant data up to that extent. List it down, going forward to the question, again do the same process. After going through this beautiful process, at the end, you will be having some sort of equation, some sort of thought process, and some sort of database in your mind, which will help you to take the first decision. If in case you are missing out in this aspect, what may happen? Based on the last content of the question, you may list down a wrong formula, putting the data into that question, and finally ending up with the wrong answer. Then you are realizing that wish I could have started my question from the first segment. When it comes to the complex question, ma'am, theoretical explanation always gives a insight for any question to understand that whether it is an application based question or it is a theoretical based question. Specifically, when I talked about NEET, dependency on application is not up to many extent. You see the solution of any NEET previous year question, you may hardly find that very less questions are beautifully designed on high extensive order of application. So either it is a complex question, either it is a moderate level of question. Theoretical explanation is something which will help you to take a decision. It will help you to step down some points about the question, and then using the right set of equations, using the right set of information, you will be definitely ending up with the right answer.
I'm sure, Herman, with these very important points provided by sir, now you will be able to crack all the numericals peacefully. Okay. So in this webinar, students, we have found lots and lots of queries. I'm sure all your queries are rightly answered by our panelists. So the key topic that we covered in today's webinar was identifying improvement areas. As Anurag sir rightly said, you need to follow your do's and don'ts. Your do's should be practicing rigorously, and you need to follow the whole practice regime of part test and full syllabus test. Remember to follow the error analysis pattern provided by Sanjay sir, Mishra sir, and Anurag sir. And not to forget reiteration, where you need to recall all the concepts rightly, okay? And the don'ts, which you always need to keep in your mind, that don't lose your hands on NCERT. NCERT is key for your success, guys. And always remember that you have to follow NCERT kind of religiously. Don't lose your hopes, just stay positive and keep working consistently. I'm sure if you follow all these important points, you will be definitely have an upper hand in the NEET, okay? So this has brought us to the end of this webinar. We hope now you all will be on the right track of the preparation and attempting the papers with best strategy. Just remember, no matter how good you can always get better than that. And that's always the exciting part. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Sanjay sir, Mishra sir, Jasdeep sir, and Anurag sir. Thanks a lot and for sharing your valuable tips to our aspirants. And this webinar has been definitely very informative for all the students.
Thank you so much, Shashi ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, and all the best to the NEET 2021 aspirants. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all of you, and stay blessed.
So we would also like to thank everyone for attending this session, particularly all the great questions. We really appreciate it that you could take out your time and share your valuable feedback to us regarding today's session. Thank you again for attending today's webinar. We hope you all stay safe and healthy. We'll look forward to joining you again soon for another enlightening session with some more tools and tricks that will help you out to ace NEET. Stay tuned and keep watching. Take care. Bye-bye and stay blessed. Thank you, everyone.